Well, I mean, this is his acid trip. And another thing that by taking out the acid trip and putting it early in the book and then later in the book, that's from what I've heard uh, with people with acid trips uh, that they have recurrent trips or they had recurrent trips, at least in the 60s and 70s. This is what people said. Maybe acid is more refined now. I don't know. But since it happens earlier, we don't know necessarily if this is a literary technique employed by Dan Schneider, a technique employed by Manny Cole, what the role that the editor, Elaine, what's her name, Elaine Shore is doing, or is this really
Lane
bit,
Shore.
yeah, or is this really bit perhaps having taken acid near the beginning of the book, and then we so he that this in 1967 isn't him maybe taking the acid, it's just him maybe sleeping and having and we're fully experiencing what we only saw glimpses of before. And so there are many ways that you can look at that too, because again, Bit, I mean, certainly Bit, like he says, he's a perverse little Jewish dwarf who likes to be shat upon. So he's pretty fucked up.
The acid trip also seems to it's hilarious to see him try to mimic the vernacular of some of these books. When he goes
Yeah,
into Robin Crusoe, for instance, and he starts talking poetic oaths and everything,
yeah.
that's that's hysterical.
Oh,
There's
thou,
also
thou with Robinson Crusoe. Shalt I, stick a finger up my ass or something? So yeah, uh, that's always funny. And I know Jessica was just talking today about how sometimes people here in Texas think that she's from Europe because of her accent. So you get Bit being misread in many ways by some of these other characters, like uh, Sancho Panza or whatnot. Or one of my favorite digressions is into the Oscar Wilde, the importance of being earnest. Where all of a sudden I think Bit at some point becomes aware that they're not just speaking, that they switch from actual novel form to just speaking with their names, and Bit somehow becomes aware of the fact that now they'll say Bit, and then he says something, and so he becomes aware of different artifices too. So anyway.